Welcome back everyone. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the export settings. So in order to export any object inside of Figma, we have to select that object and add an export setting to it. So at the bottom of the designs tab, you can see the export tab, and we can, if I remove the export settings, so then I can simply click on this plus icon and have an export settings to it. So there are a few options over here. First, there's the multiplier. So this basically dictates how the size would be exported as. So this current rectangle has a size of 250 pixels wide and 250 pixels height. So if I set it to 1 times, so that is exactly how this is going to be exported as. And we can have 2 times, half times, 0.75 times, and so on and so forth. And we can also have fixed heights and widths like this. So we can simply left click over here and put in, say I wanted 12 pixels. So I'll put in 12 pixels, 12, and then W or H, W for width, H for height. And next we have the suffix field. So the suffix field applies to the naming of the object. So if I simply select an object and export it, so the name of that exported object will be derived from the layer naming. So here it has a red rectangle. So I can add a suffix to it that would say red rectangle light. So this is how it would look, and I can add a dash to it. So if I export this, you can see that the naming would be red rectangle dash light. Next to that, we have 4 different options for export. We can have 4 different types of export. We can have PNG, we can have JPEG, we can have SVG, and PDF. And next to that, we have another option that is in this inside. So if we select a frame over here, so this object is inside of a frame. So if we wanted to export this frame, then we can have the uh, overlapping layers. So when we have objects overlapping, so here you can see that these are overlapping. Now if we select this rectangle and go into the more settings and uncheck this box, so then this will show the overlapping parts. You can see over here in the preview. And if I have this checked, then this will ignore the overlapping part and only show the object itself. And next, when we have a frame like this and the object is inside of the frame, then we can see this new new option showing up in the fill section that says show in export. So if we simply have this checked, then the background will be included inside of our export. And if we uncheck this box, then the background will be ignored and we will have a transparent background like this. And after we have added export settings to all of our objects, then we can simply bring in the export manager by pressing down Shift, Command, and E. So this brings down the export options. So this unselect all and bring the export options. So this brings in the selection of all of the export options, and we can either select all of them or we can individually select some of them, and then we can choose to export those with the selected settings. So this will be all for this episode. I hope you guys had fun.
Congratulations, you have completed the whole course and kept your commitment to learn something new. That's an achievement right there, and you did it. It's a great job. And it's an honor that I and the whole team get a chance to give you all the information to build up your knowledge on Figma. As I mentioned in the team, I am Abir, a web designer here in Essential Web Apps, and he is my teammate Fahim. He's a UI designer, and finally, he is Jamal, a WordPress developer who worked behind the scene and led the whole team for this program. Congratulations again for completing this course, and if you're going to enroll for the paid course, we'll definitely meet you there. And till then, happy learning.